This podcast uses AI-generated content. All information is for general purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or regulatory advice. Listeners should verify information independently and consult qualified professionals for personalized guidance. Welcome to the Luxembourg Intelligence News Briefing Weekly, your trusted source for developments in one of Europe's most dynamic and well-regulated hubs. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Luxembourg's financial heart. It's a really interesting moment. We're seeing this surge in consumer confidence, but then on the other hand, financial sector employment growth was, quite modest at 0.3% in the first quarter data.
It is a fascinating contrast, isn't it? It really sets the scene. And for practitioners, especially in legal compliance tech departments, it creates this, let's call it compliance trilemma.
A trilemma. Go on.
Yeah, think about it. You're juggling three huge resource-heavy shifts all at once. First, you've got the operational upheaval from the U.S. moving to T+1 settlement. Transactions settling in 1 day now.
Right, instead of 2. That's a big shift.
Yeah, huge. Then second, there's the massive Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, the CSRD. That's coming into national law via Draft Law 8370. And third, you've got very strict new rules for reporting information and communication technology ICT incidents. That's under CSS 24847.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just busy work. It sounds like a real strategic bottleneck. What does this trilemma actually mean for how firms operate day to day?
It forces really fundamental choices. It's not just about cost. Do you build these capabilities yourself? Do you maybe acquire a specialist firm? Or you look at outsourcing certain functions. And this is exactly where skilled legal counsel becomes so incredibly valuable. It's not just about ticking boxes.
It's strategic.
Precisely. It's about finding the strategic advantage, ensuring the integrity and, frankly, the stability of operations here in Luxembourg. Think about upcoming deadlines, too, like the comment period for the EU's own T+1 roadmap that closes August 31st, 2025. These aren't just dates. They force strategic thinking.
Okay, let's unpack the investment funds area then. There's a big new supervisory blueprint, CSSF Circular 25894, came into force June 27th, 2025. What's the significance? It seems to cover all funds under investment fund managers, IFMs, now, regardless of where they're based.
That's the key point. The CSSF is really aiming to close any information gaps, you see, and standardize how information flows. They want detailed dossiers on all funds managed by Luxembourg IFMs submitted via the eDesk portal. It keeps everything comprehensive, up to date.
So it's about enhancing oversight.
That's exactly. It's a proactive move. It reinforces Luxembourg's reputation for, sophisticated governance. It helps de-risk the whole center.
And sticking with funds, what about the ripple effects from that US T+1 settlement cycle we mentioned, effective May 29th, 2024? How are Luxembourg funds, like UCITES, handling the timing difference with the EU's T+2?
Yes, the timing mismatch. It's a major operational challenge. The CSSF put out guidance on June 20th, 2024, introducing this idea of passive breaches.
Passive breaches.
Yes. They acknowledge that sometimes temporary, unavoidable breaches of investment limits might happen because of this T+1 versus T+2 timing difference. But, and this is crucial, firms absolutely must show they've tried to mitigate it and document everything meticulously.
So diligence is key.
Absolutely critical. Navigating this needs sharp legal and operational advice to stay compliant and, protect investors.
Right. Now let's pivot. You mentioned a generational shift earlier, the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, CSRD Draft Law 8370. How revolutionary is this for corporate governance?
It's genuinely a revolution. CSRD isn't just more paperwork. It changes how companies are valued. It amends foundational laws. It makes environmental, social, and governance, ESG reporting mandatory, standardized, and importantly, audited. Just like financial statements.
So ESG reporting gets the same weight as financials.
Exactly. That puts real legal and financial gravity onto boards. So good legal guidance isn't just about avoiding fines anymore. It's about succeeding in an era where ESG performance impacts your market standing, your access to capital. It shows Luxembourg's commitment to, transparent, high-level governance.
Okay, the third part of that trilemma, technology. CSSF Circular 24847 and its 4-hour notification for major ICT incidents. That sounds incredibly fast.
It is incredibly fast. It kicked in April 1st, 2024 for some, and June 1st for others, like IFMs. It demands rapid incident classification, and it means firms really need to scrutinize their service-level agreements with third-party providers.
Makes sense. Resilience becomes paramount.
It really does. It elevates operational resilience to a core strategic issue. Again, highlighting the need for sophisticated legal advice and structuring those contracts to manage risk effectively. It's about strengthening the whole sector's digital resilience.
So putting it all together, Luxembourg's financial center is clearly, well, it's in a period of intense change. Regulatory momentum, operational transformation. It's a lot.
It is a lot. It demands strategic reappraisal everywhere. But what's striking is how proactive Luxembourg is being. These legislative and regulatory actions aren't just reactive, they're designed to de-risk, to reinforce the key sectors.
Strengthening its position.
Precisely. Strengthening its position as a premier, reliable jurisdiction. The pace is definitely quickening. And the value placed on expertise, on resilience, on strategic adaptation, especially with top-notch legal support, well, it's never been higher. For you listening, the question really becomes, how will these fundamental shifts reshape competition, not just for staying compliant, but for driving growth and leadership in this global financial landscape?
Some important points to consider there. Thank you for tuning in. We trust you found this briefing insightful. Until next time, stay informed and ahead of the curve. Hit subscribe, like. This podcast uses AI-generated content. All information is for general purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or regulatory advice. Listeners should verify information independently and consult qualified professionals for personalized guidance. Luxembourg Intelligence News Briefing.